Are you ready? Okay, let me get copy the video so we can actually post it on the Discord. Holy crap, guys, we're back to streaming. Let me put this in studio announcements and tag everyone because that only seems fair. Oh man, my roommate's having a coughing fit. You'd think he was the guy that was sick. At everyone. Because we love you. Because we love everyone. Back to streaming. Starting with episode 4 of... Okay. Nice. Who's she screaming at this time? Who's she screaming at this time? Okay. Whew. Hey, blabble gabble. Hello. Hello. It is Anime Master Dub and Blue Gamer have all showed up. So we got like a couple viewers just from the get go. Huzzah, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Sweet Bean Bun Army. Yes, Travtex. And we have a Salty Rick. I remember seeing you. Didn't I see you the other day? Also, my roommate says hi for the 2.5-foot tall freaking Vader that you brought with you. Okay. He just kept giving me shit. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to have room for all of this. And I still haven't finished unpacking everything that I got. But yeah, we'll do a proper reveal of some of this stuff later. Huge thank you, though, to Salty Rick for... I don't know why you gave me like an $1,100 computer, but I'm in the process of transferring everything over, so thanks. This isn't like not public news, and there's going to be a story about this. We'll do an actual proper AWA recap of everything very, very soon. Lots of really cool stuff happened. We got surprised in the middle of it randomly by a Das Tail showing up. So that was cool. We got to see Rudy. How cool was that? Rudy got to hang out with us, and this time he wasn't throwing up. People who are in the know will get that joke, but if you're not in the know, become a patron and you'll be in the know, and you'll get that joke. Also, hey, live from the airport, checking us out. it's it's Carolina. All right, so guys, it's not up on the website yet, but we are going to be putting up a lot of pictures from the con up on the website. I thought it would be up. It's not yet, but we'll get all of that taken care of. So yeah, it's just to let you know, it's gonna be a few days of us like trying to get back into the swing of things after coming back from the con and all the other updates. And yes, the streams on my channel and on the streams that I do on this channel will be getting a lot better as soon as I finish transferring everything over, and I'll give you guys a proper look at what I'm working on. And guys, we may be getting a lot more people than just the normal amount of viewers because there were a lot of Demon Slayer cosplayers, and I handed them our cards that had all our info on it and let them know that, hey dude, Monday night 7 p.m. we play a Dungeons and Demon Slayers campaign. So I hope they're looking forward to that. Just a couple of quick announcements going forward real quick. Yes, we are aware and we know whose thing was accessed in order to change people's names to, funny enough, Rooster Teeth characters' names from Red vs. Blue. We thought it was hilarious because we were up till about 2 or 3 a.m. continuing to debate which characters were incorrectly named for which person and fixing said problem. So yeah, it was stupid, it was funny, and then like 4 or 5 of us actually got in on the joke because we were just like, no, this is wrong, it should be this person and this person. And bless Chibi, Lady Chibi, make sure to hit her up in the Discord and let her know thank you for wholeheartedly embracing Caboose. That was beautiful. Yeah, we've got a couple of updates going up on the website, so keep an eye out for that. The channel is coming back in full force. Patrons, keep an eye out because within the next day or so, episode 2 of One Piece is going up. And I just want to say a huge, huge thank you to everybody from the Fat Dog crew that showed up and made it such a fun time. We will go into more about that. But you're here for Dungeons and Demon Slayers, and that means it is time for our great Dungeon Master Walkman EXE to go ahead and give us the synopsis for anyone who may have not caught last episode. Also, lastly, I want to go ahead and apologize. I will not be playing any music in the background this time, and that's partially because I'm still transferring stuff over, and that's important to me, but also because last time it got muted, even though it was like a cover. So, in order to make sure that none of the campaign gets muted, there will be no music in the background right now until we get some stuff composed for us. And I can't count on Calvin to do that stuff right now because we have him composing something else very important, which is actually our New Year's present for you guys. So on top of working on our Christmas present for you, we're already working on our New Year's present for you, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it. It's not going to be a huge, huge surprise. We'll probably announce it in December, at the beginning of December, what it's going to be. But for now, look forward to that. And yes, this is the month it happens. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to say Episode 8 of Log Horizon Abridged will be out this month. So I hope you're looking forward to it. All right, moving on. Walkman, EXE, take it away.
Thank you. So as we last left off with the party, they entered the city of Fujinosai, a base of operations for this branch of the Demon Slayer organization. And with such, they met with the local administrator, who kind of gave them the rundown of the local area, gave them their first month's wages, and did a debrief on their experiences at the Wisteria Forest. After doing so, the party had a bit of a rough start as they decided to immediately separate. And after a few moments of realizing that he had no idea where he was going, Hikaru returned to the group that had already wandered off at this point. And so, completely isolated and scattered, the group quickly scrambled to try and find each other again, happening upon a very odd circumstance as the group found themselves at odds with the local authorities due to completely rational reasons. Trying to coax Hikaru down off a telephone pole did not go exactly as planned, so the group decided to try restraining him via means of attack, which did also not go well. So after much hunting of the boy, they wound up at the Butterfly Estate, where the party reconvened in full after the main the other four split off to go ahead and make reservations at a local hot springs inn. They all reconvened at the Butterfly Estate at different times, where our story picks up now. As we left off last time, the group of Reikoku, Daisuke, and Tenchi are being confronted by a breath of water user who was encountered earlier in the episode, a kind of rough and tumble individual who has a very abrasive personality, whereas Hikaru and Atsuko are starting on the other side of the map as Hikaru, realizing that he had not bathed in quite some time, decided to take a bath, and Atsuko, tracking after the wild boy, encountered a situation that was not ideal for both parties. There was nudity involved. I will not say whose. I'll let your mind make it up for you. Or you can just watch the last episode because it's in it. It's there. And that is where we pick up, with our party now facing down a very aggressive individual. And at the top of our initiative order is Reikoku. Yeah. I forgot to mention, when last we left off, we were in the middle of a fight. So we pick up there now.
The turnover doesn't appear to me for me yet.
That is weird,
Yeah,
because
turnover is gone.
Okay, I am going to close it out and reopen it.
Okie dokie.
Okay, it is all here for me. I'm going to go ahead and remove all. If everybody could quickly just close out your turn order, I'm going to go ahead and reopen it and try doing this over again. Okay, so let's see.
Also, does that still sound robotic?
Yes.
Wee bit.
Yes, you just type it.
I think he should just embrace the robot at this point. It's
Because you're secretly a robot, that's what we're learning.
All right,
yeah, he's a cyborg.
How's the sound?
It is better now, but it kind of fades in and out. Like you hear like a little bit of static, and then sometimes it takes over.
I'm sorry, my computer's a second ass. Give me a sec.
That's fine. Just okay. How's the turn order for everyone now?
Now it's good.
Yep.
Dopeness. So I have taken a beat from one of the DMs I have been playing alongside for a while now, and putting my enemies on the GM layer so that I can track their initiative, but the players do not see it. Because that is a fun thing that I learned recently.
All right, how does that sound now?
Sound good.
Okay.
I mean, there's only 4 of you, and only one of them's an enemy, so it's not gonna be a figure where they are in the turn.
Fair enough.
But it still helps me hide the scores, which is the main part. All right. So at the top of the round, it is Reikoku's turn. Reikoku, what would you like to do?
I would like to use one of my breath attacks.
All right. Yeah, when last we left off, you were kind of thrown into a wall, and
kicked off of it, even though I took some damage.
Yeah, it took a small bit of damage. Most of the damage you took last session was from the guard who you encountered early on, who was not having you sneak on board private property.
Depends if you're talking physical damage or mental damage.
It was a little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. I'd say for mental damage, it was a crit.
I think Hawk dealt more mental damage to himself than anyone else.
Yeah, you kind of nat 20'd yourself on that one.
Nat 20'd into a good way?
Sure. All right, what breath technique are we gonna go with?
Full focus ultimate breath technique.
Ooh, the one that pushes your attack, the bonus action that boosts your next attack into a crit?
Yes.
All right, so that uses 6 stamina unless it lands a killing blow, in which case it will reduce the stamina cost to half. I'm going to go ahead and say this is definitely not going to do a killing blow type deal.
Damn it.
So, well, I'm just saying the dude's got. I mean, he's injured, but he's definitely like not going to get killed outright. But it'll still do a pretty decent amount of damage if you wanted to roll that crit.
Yeah. I'm just looking for which stamina attack to use with it. Don't I have to pick a different type of attack?
What do you mean?
Like, since I'm using that, don't I have to pick like a different breathing style, like thunder breathing style?
No. Okay. So in the cantrip section are just your basic techniques. It is just using full focus breathing to attack or defend or regenerate. You know, it's just using your breathing properly. Okay. The other techniques are ones that are specifically sword forms that are designed for doing a specific thing.
Okay.
And they typically consume a lot more stamina than your basic techniques.
Gotcha.
Which is why they're in first level, second level, third level, and fourth level slots.
Okay, makes sense.
Yep.
In that case, scratch the crit one. I'm just gonna do the plasma breath style ravaging burn.
All right. So if I remember correctly, he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Yes.
And the DC is 14.
Yep.
Okay. right. He succeeds on his saving throw,
Mhm.
so he will take half damage, and you won't be able. You can pull yourself closer to him, but you won't be able to knock him back 10 feet.
Gotcha. All right, I swing out my chain blades. I want to pull myself towards him anyway.
Okay.
So I charge those with my breath attack and launch forward towards him.
Okay, so you use 30 feet of movement and then unleash your technique? Okay.
Yes. Just kind of do a little flavor text, I guess.
Got it.
The whole time as I'm running towards him, just shouting, I wasn't going to use my full strength against you because I didn't want to hurt an injured man. But you shouldn't have attacked them too.
Okay.
That a modifier? Or just
You do not. It is just 3d12.
Okay, in that case, that is a 32 halved, so 16.
Okay, you take 16 points of damage. Let's see here.
I also meant to ask if I could roll perception to see if I could recognize anything about the guy, but I kind of forgot to.
I will give you a freebie just because it's not going to be hard to perceive, but it's just going to take me a quick second because I got to... Let's see. Look at something real quick. Okay. Cool. I was just checking to see if he had any techniques that are going to block any of this damage, and he does not. So he takes the halved damage of 16 points.
Cool.
All right, so that was your movement and your action. Is there anything that you can do as a bonus action?
Let me check. Like so, I did want to do perception on him if possible.
Okay, I'll allow that as a perception. Additionally, don't forget to subtract your stamina used from your bar.
Okay.
So yeah, just go ahead and roll your perception, and I will subtract the stamina. Oh, okay.
20. Get a 20.
Get a 20. Okay. You can't tell much about him from just the clothing he's wearing because he is wearing a just general hospital attire. But the one thing that you do notice that stands out about him is that he has 2 bits of ornamentation. His hair is tied slightly into a braid with some jewelry thrown into it. And the headband around his head bears similar markings to what you had requested for your blade sheath design.
So would it be safe for me to assume that he's Ainu as well?
Yes, it would be safe for you to assume that as well. He is definitely not of your clan, but he is a tribesman.
Okay.
Where'd you subtract your stamina from? I'm not seeing it.
Under the spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have it as
Huh. I don't know why it's not.
Was my stamina, so I'm down to 17.
Okay, I don't know why it's not showing up on my. Oh, that's why. Okay. That's on me. It looks like the tokens didn't fully update, so it's not showing the proper stamina stuff for people, but that's fine. I can fix that.
Okay, because it's showing it for me on my end.
Yeah, no, I put in the wrong thing for your token. That's on my bad.
Gotcha.
That's my B.
I forgot my health was that bad too. Well, okay. Rikoku's gonna die early, guys. Bye, everybody.
There we go. Now that I've saved changes, I now see where everyone's stamina's at, and I feel a little bad for not updating people's token stuff.
I can see them. I can see all of them, actually.
Yeah. Well, I can only see mine.
No, you're not allowed to die. It's too soon.
I know it's really too soon.
I know
You
there's so
can't
many
die.
doors we have to go through.
You can never die. If you
You
die,
can't go
that's
through
more
you would
doors
have
You
left
to
to
can't go
open.
through that white light at the end of the tunnel. There are doors there. You must turn and run away in the opposite direction and come back to life.
Nope,
All right.
He misses the door to his body and goes straight to hell.
So that was your turn. It is now his turn.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, for my flavor text, I'm just kind of like hunched down, like ready to go in a fighting stance with both blades drawn. I'm using the
Gotcha.
dull edge. I'm not using the sharp edge.
Gotcha. He kind of looks around a bit to see if there's anything nearby that can be used as a weapon now that you have drawn. Because at first this was just a slugfest, but you've drawn your blades, so he
Oh,
is.
I thought in his last game he'd drawn a weapon.
No, he was just punching a dude.
I misunderstood that. Well, I'm still using the adult side anyway.
Yeah, no, I get
I'm not
that.
gonna
He's
kill him, I
just.
just want to knock him out.
Yeah, no, I get that. He's just now seeing this as an affront. So he is going to lay in to y'all.
Bye, everybody.
There is, as he looks around, let me go ahead and actually spend a bonus action, roll a quick perception check. Okay, so I'll even give this to you, Hawk, as well with your Ghetto 20. As you kind of like see him start sizing up the situation, you look over and about 10 feet from you, like kind of in between you and Daisuke, is just kind of like a gardener's tool, like it's just kind of like a rake, but you see him eyeing it, and you kind of realize where his mind is going now.
No.
Uh-oh.
And he makes a bolt for it.
Like attack opportunity?
Yes, because he is moving outside of your range.
Neat.
I mean, the token's going to be there, but huh?
It's just a regular attack, right?
Yeah, it's a regular attack.
Okay. I have a quick question, actually.
Yes.
The breath attack I used, was that on top of the damage from my weapon, or was that separate?
It is separate because the breath technique amplifies your damage and shapes it differently.
Okay, because I didn't roll the D8 for that. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, no, you don't roll a D8 for that. You roll the damage for the breath technique.
All right, cool. I guess I'll use my dual strike on them.
It's your reaction. You do with it what you want to do. What'd you say?
Nat 20.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Natural 20.
Yeah, no, you're roboting like hell, so I didn't hear anything.
On this,
Setting that-
I'm
setting that 20.
robot.
But
Better?
we're putting that there. Yes. Okay, so then what you're gonna do, since you rolled a nat 20 and I played the little thing,
Okay.
just roll your damage and then add the maximum like value on top of it.
Okay. So I rolled the 2 die and then rolled the max to the 2 die I could roll on top of that?
So basically, yeah, you roll 2d6 for your dual strike, and then you just add 12 and whatever your modifier is.
Cool. So, 18 plus... It's Vanessa's dex, right?
Huh?
It's Vanessa's dex space, right?
I mean, if you check your weapons, it'll have all the modifiers for you.
Yeah.
Dual strike is finesse, so it's a +6 to hit, and then it's a +4 damage.
Okay, sorry, I'm looking at... Yeah, okay, so 22.
22. Okay, you deal an additional 22 points of damage to him as you kind of hit him in the back as he's running, with the flat side of both your blades. And he stumbles for a brief second, and like braces himself against it. But he is where he wanted to be now, and he has hands on that. So that is part of his movement, and that is his bonus action. So now it's time for his action. Let's see here.
What I get from the Reikoku's gonna learn to fly soon. Just like that Smash Brothers, like.
Let's see. So it's 15 feet to Daisuke, 30 feet to, and 15 feet. So, Okay, then. I know what I am going to do.
Something you never want to hear from DM.
Daisuke, you see his form change, and you recognize this form. You can feel a different aura kind of coming off of him as he takes this stance and takes a breath before looking over at you, Reikoku, who's now got the weapon drawn, and just goes, and then kind of looks at Kazu, who is up on the roof, and then looks over at you and just kind of smirks. And you just hear him say, "Water-breathing form, style 10, constant flux." And he bolts from his position, heading straight towards Reikoku. So that is... He basically has to roll... I mean, he still has to try to attack each of you, because with the way constant flux works is he can move up to 60 feet, and each time he kind of like encounters an opponent, he can make an attack, and with each subsequent attack, it gains additional damage. But it doesn't give him like advantage or anything on his attack rolls, so he is still gonna have to hit you all. If he misses, then he misses. All right. So for the first attack, he is launching it at Reikoku. That is a... Ghetto 20.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So now to roll that dabblage. He deals 8 points of damage to you.
I can take it. Still stay in it.
Okay.
Good thing we're in a hospital.
And then as he does this, he immediately turns and rushes towards Daisuke.
And I don't get attack of opportunity on that, do I?
It's a breath technique. You don't get an attack of opportunity on any of this.
Alright, I didn't know. I don't know how that works.
25 to hit. Let's see. 17 points of damage. For Daisuke.
Phil?
Phil, are you there?
Oh, I'm here. 8 hits. Look at my HP.
Oh. That's a big oof there, sir.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wait, I forgot. I forgot that he has this. He may actually be able to reach Tenchi.
Oh no. Fucking
Oh, he
asshole.
does.
Run, Tenchi, you'll never get your hair on me for dead.
Yeah. As he lands this blow on you, you watch as he moves with great speed and fluidity as he runs towards this tree and leaps towards it, planting his foot, bouncing off it with a lot of force, launching himself up onto the rooftop to face you. And as he does, he brings the rake down for a strike. Does an 18 hit?
God damn it.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect it to. Y'all have a lot of high AC for starting characters because your dex.
Yeah, but without proper armor, the highest it can be is 17.
$22 points of damage.
Ow!
And that is all that he can do, as he has used his movement, his action, and his bonus action. So he is now standing across from Tenchi on this roof, and he's looking over all y'all, and he goes, "Come on, that can't be the best you've got these days."
Tenchi is at 2 HP, by the way.
Let's just be nice to all of you. You're all not.
Daisuke was very innocent in this conflict.
Daisuke did nothing wrong. He was just assaulted out of nothing.
He was. If you think about it, he got fucking kicked, and then this shit happened.
Fair point. Fair point. It is now your turn, Daisuke. By the way, and he's about 45 feet away from you, and about I'd say 10 feet up.
Daisuke is just not feeling so good. He knows that this guy's a lot stronger than him. Shit. Let me see. Like, he's not going to use his blade still because he knows this guy's an asshole, but shit.
Your aggression.
Give in to your hatred.
Do it.
Can I roll an acrobatics check to
You
kind of?
certainly can.
Okay. Because Daisuke is going to see if he can kind of. All right, let's.
He can shamble his way on up there.
Yeah. With a 14?
I mean, you have a feasible means of launching yourself up there, and it's not terribly high off the ground. Mm-hmm. So with a 14, you would be able to succeed.
Okay. And you said, and now he's this far from me? Like 10?
He is 45 feet. He is 45 feet from you and 10 feet off the ground.
Well, with
so
the acrobatics,
I'd say that, with the angle, it's probably closer to like just 30 feet.
Okay.
Even though it's 45 feet vertically, they're still 10 feet off the ground. So you could, if you take the path of least resistance, go diagonally up the tree, you'd probably be looking at about 30 feet.
And he's only using one hand. Is he?
Yes.
Okay. Daisuke is. Yeah. He's going to do his own breath technique. He's going to use water style 4, but unlike drawing his sword, he's actually going to kind of flip to his hilt.
Okay.
He's going to see if he can. I'll see if it hits before I describe where he's aiming for.
Okay.
And do I need to just roll the sword normally?
I mean, are you just doing an attack or?
No, I'm doing the same style he just did to us.
You're doing Form 10?
No, Form 4.
Yeah, he used Form 10, but yeah, if you're using Striking Tide, then yeah, you can.
Yeah.
The way it works is you just if I remember correctly, if you look in the spellbook, it should just say you should whether you have to roll an attack or make a saving throw.
Yeah. I have to
it's
roll
just
it.
roll an attack.
Yep. So I'll go over to the sword and roll. The real question. Get out of the way, you I do not hit. Does a 9 hit?
Crazy enough, it doesn't. But you're up there now.
At least you tried.
Yeah. I'll have to remove the stamina.
I'll go ahead and place you on kind of where the roof would be.
Yeah.
We'll just put you right here. We'll know. It looks like you're inside the wall, but you're not really inside. We know.
Had an interesting idea. Didn't work.
I mean, these things happen. It's part of the situation.
Alrighty.
And with that was your action.
Correct.
And I'll say the acrobatics check would be more of a bonus action to boost in the movement for this technique.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll allow that bit. You still have a movement if you would like to put some distance between you and him. Now that you are all on the roof, except for Reikoku.
I'm probably gonna. Is there a way I can jump down and kind of like get? Since he seems more interested in hitting me out of everyone.
Is there a way you can what?
Jump down and get some distance. Like, because obviously being on the roof with him is not safe.
It is not. I will say this: you can move. Well, actually, he still has a reaction, so it will definitely provoke an attack of opportunity.
Probably he wouldn't move. Knowing his enemy is, tough situation.
It honestly seems like Sweet being run to the rescue.
I mean, it's going to take y'all a couple turns to get there. It's like it's over 300 feet.
No, that's fine. You guys can come die with us.
We come just in time to see our bleeding corpses.
I mean, he hasn't shown any intention to actually kill you.
I was gonna say I'll show up bleeding, wearing pants to your funeral. Or soaking wet wearing pants to your funeral. Apologies. I won't be bleeding randomly. That would be weird.
Cut his face shaving.
Suddenly Ebola.
You roll to put on pants, roll on that one. Well, don't have a dick anymore. Guess we'll just be bleeding out the funeral.
Alright, well, I'm probably just going to end my turn there then.
Let's see.
Alright.
DM, quick question. Oh, jeez. Hold on. I forgot that there's other stuff going on in the background I had to kill noise for. What is our double dash movement speed? Just to clarify.
It would be, if you dashed, it would be 60 feet.
Okay. So
basically, dashing is just using your movement again.
It's using your movement and your action to get double your movement.
Well, just assume that we're doing that because there's nothing that's going on. We're like, or do we even know that anything is wrong? Are we just moving normally and we're just like?
I mean,
maybe we're spending an entire 6 seconds just profusely apologizing for what happened.
You know what? That's a good point. At the end of this round, make some wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
If we last that long.
Yeah. Tenchi, it's your turn.
It's nice when the DM tries to kill most of the party.
With absolutely no provocation.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to be here yet.
So our provocation was being here?
Your provocation
Well-
was scaring me into this area, sir.
Your provocate.
No,
You provocated that by running away.
Daisuke was innocent.
Tenchi,
Daisuke
what would you
did
like to do?
nothing wrong.
I was just trying to make sure that Hikaru and
Okay,
Atsuko
well-
Guys. Tenchi, what would you like to do?
I was going to attack from range, but that doesn't seem possible now.
I mean, how much do you need to be conscious anyway?
Pretty much. A lot, actually. Okay, so first thing that happens is my enduring technique happens, and I get back to stamina.
Woo! Way to go.
And good, because I'm going to need it.
Time to unleash some breathing.
Yeah, kinda.
I'm gonna breathe on him.
I don't have the lightning breath yet. That's form 12. But I would very much prefer if this guy was just not moving anymore. So we're gonna try thread prism.
Okay. Neat. And he has to beat a 16. All right. Let's see here. What is his saving throw stat? As you unleash this technique, which you have spent a great deal of time cultivating, you felt a little underwhelmed when you tried it for the first time on Hikaru, and he was able to break free easily. But kind of learning from that mistake, you are rather certain that this time when you pull it off, you will be able to catch him with impunity. And as you unleash this cage of strings, as he moves to escape its vector, you are able to quickly adjust and pull it in, so that as he is backing away, he walks directly into it and is completely ensnared.
Also, he is restrained.
Yeah, he is restrained.
Oh, thank God.
He literally failed by 1.
Oh.
I'm gonna die.
Praise Jeebus.
Oh God, that was the only way I was gonna live the next round. Literally the only way.
Well, now he's restrained.
So yeah, he can't move. Attacks against him have advantage, and his attacks have disadvantage. And he automatically fails dex saves. Or no, he just disadvantaged dex saves.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I'm still very nervous about moving away since Daisuke didn't use his reaction. Didn't make him use his reaction. So
I have 1 HP left. Do you really expect me to move?
I have 2 HP left.
How much does Hawk have?
I have 1 less than you.
How much does Hawk have?
Enough.
Let's see, actually. How many licks does it take to get to the center of Reikoku? 1, 2, 3, crunch.
Accurate for what has happened this session.
Oh, that's episode 4. I know what to make today. With the audio.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm just going to use regenerative breath and get a D4 HP back.
Smart man.
Awesome.
All right, as you take a breath in and kind of work on circulating the blood through your body to repair vessels and re-stimulate your muscle movement, you regain some vitality. You are now not on the verge of death.
With this guy, I'm always on the verge of death. No, I am not moving away from this guy, even with
All right.
disadvantage.
And that ends your turn. This brings us out of this round. At this point, now that since last session you did roll to sense danger right before the whole bath thing went down, you do know that there's a fight going on Hikaru. However, due to the nature of your encounter with Atsuko and the general flusteredness that you displayed at the end of last session on both sides, I'm going to need each of you to make a wisdom saving throw to see if you are able to act or if you are too busy apologizing.
Hold on. Can we take a break? Because my dog's got to go right back outside again. God darn it. I don't know why.
Yeah, we could take a small
Just
recess
really-
if y'all want to strategize.
No, I just want to hit this guy.
I just want to hit him.
Yeah, not to kill him, but he hit my friends, so I want to hit him harder.
I need to give him a good thwomping.
I'm gonna deck him into snaz. Also, yes, I am wearing the door that Salty Rick got me. It's very cold in my room, and this thing is made of a very comfortable cloth.
Salty Rick, the MVP, bringing out the doors.
So, no, she's outside.
Okay.
Some people break down doors. He builds them.
I literally just ran up here.
All right. So yeah, I will need a wisdom saving throw from Hikaru and Atsuko.
Oh, it's +1. Okay. Hey, there's a Calvin. Hey, Calvin. So 16 plus 1, 17 for my wisdom.
Okay, so the DC was a 10. So both of you succeed. I made it the same as a death saving throw. I'm not gonna like beat you up for this. So yeah, you all are able to get over your embarrassment and just kind of, you know, the sense of danger is much more than the sense of
No, do we
Oh,
even know
man,
that? No. I mean, like, do we even know about this sense of danger, or is the Spidey sense
last
tingling
session,
because
You asked
you
specifically
literally
if
asked
you could
last
sense
session
danger
if you
through
could sense it,
Yeah.
okay,
and
So-
you rolled for it and you succeeded.
okay. Well, in that case, I'm guessing that she doesn't sense it, but I do, right?
I mean, Atsuko, do you want to roll a perception check?
Yeah, I'll do a perception check.
Because with you, yes, it would be sensing because your whole thing is based around
Wait, what? Hold on.
touch and vibrations and just sensing things through the air. Whereas hers is more of a sense of smell, so she would have to actually like smell the danger.
Okay, really quickly, DM. Are we rolling our own die, or are we doing roll 20 from now on? What's the deal? I thought I was rolling my own dice.
I know. I'm just saying, like, the thing on your roll 20, so the people watching can see anyone not using actual die.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Like, I've literally
The
got
thing where it shows you your character thing on the right side of your screen.
Oh.
Click the blue button at the top left.
I don't have my dice because they're not even in yet.
The blue button at the top left.
Right above your character sheet.
Okay, the thing pulls up the chat window within roll 20. The two little
Yeah, the little chat, like the chat bubble. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the far
Switch
left.
to
It's the one
or
that's
switch
blue.
To this.
No, we're just talking about like bringing up the roll 20 chat so that people
Oh,
can
just
see
bringing the
what
chat
rolls are.
itself back. Okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That
wait
way
a
if,
minute.
like,
I was
that
very
way if they put like
confused.
initiative rolls or something, they'll see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just very confused for a moment.
That
there.
way,
Sorry.
if people who do use roll 20 to roll, people can see it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you can roll your own dice. I'm not
Yeah.
disparaging
Okay,
you for doing that.
I was like, oh, jeez.
Oh, by the way, roll 20 is set to roll 2 dice for like saving throws and stuff like automatically, so you have to manually switch that to 1.
No,
If you
he's
want
not
to.
gonna be. He's not gonna be running through the. He's not gonna be running through the building naked. He's literally gonna literally gonna pull open the door, stick a hand through, and be like, "Hand me my pants."
She's gonna quickly. She's not looking at him, and she just hands him his pants.
All right.
He grabs his
Now-
pants and begins putting them on. That's his turn.
Now you need to make your saving throw, like your perception check.
I did.
Let's go. I don't see it.
It's there.
I see a wisdom saving throw. I see no perception check.
Oh, I didn't click on it. No wonder. Okay, let me.
Do I also need to make a perception check, or was that already taken care
You
of?
already made yours last session. You're
Okay,
good.
cool. I just needed
I thought
clarification.
that
Sorry.
was mine. Oh,
No,
Nope, very different.
perception's under skills. Skill tab.
it is not. I did. That's what I did.
Well, it's not showing
Not
up here.
showing up then. Maybe reload.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to hit the. Did you hit the dice next to perception and skills?
Yes.
Then yeah, just reload the browser and try it again.
All right, I'll do that. Okay. It's okay. Let me refresh it again. Great. We're doing this now. Roll 20. We're doing this now. This is why I ordered my die. This is why. I sensed this was gonna happen. God damn it.
It was
Okay.
foretold.
I just want my dice to be here, but no. Character sheet. Make this bigger. Yeah, core stats.
It's not in core stats. It'll be under skills.
That's what I did. I clicked that. I got a 25.
None of us see it.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Okay, see now we see it.
It's the same
But
number.
should we roll the same thing that I rolled? So it's
That's the same
18.
thing.
It was a 25 at first, but
Well, none
and
of
it's
us.
still there. Like the actual roll is still there.
None of us see it.
Just I hate you, roll 20.
I see a 27 for Atsuko.
Yeah, and on the other side of it, but the 18 would be what first. So yes, you smell the danger. It is some thick danger.
You smell a lot of blood.
That's why I said roll just one. No
You
confusions.
smell a lot of blood.
Yeah, you smell a lot of blood and a lot of Reikoku's shame.
God, do I have to word it like that? This just sounds dirty now.
I'm just kidding. It's just a lot of blood. It is your teammate's blood.
Okay.
So now that you are using your turn to get dressed and you have made your wisdom save and have perceived and are handing the clothes, we will hop over to Reikoku as it is now his turn to make a move. He is 30 feet away from you, Reikoku, and about 10 feet up.
Alrighty. Sorry, I'm just looking through my breath attacks. I don't think I have anything with much range. He's currently tied up, right?
Yes.
He is currently immobilized, yes. And on his turn, he's going to have to make another strength saving throw if he wants to break free.
So yeah,
Because most
if
of my
you attack
characters-
him, you have advantage. If you make him do a dex save, he has disadvantage.
Yeah, just like most of the stuff I have is very destructive. I don't want to destroy the building, and it would also hit all of you. I don't want to KO party members.
Yeah,
Nah,
don't do that.
it's
Please.
fine.
Sorry, like all the attacks I had like queued up. I was like, hey, this will be good. This will be good. I'm like, I mean, they're all pretty good, but don't. get
But
me wrong.
Hawk, if you damage the building, you'll make an opening that isn't a doorway.
Oh, that's very tempting. That's two birds with one stone.
Plus, additionally, some of yours have you just rolling attacks, so it's not too bad.
I mean, I could do explosive force.
You could do that,
60 foot.
and it's only on a single target,
I'm sorry, first off-
and
oh my god, that's a lot of damage.
I mean it is ranged, but he's restrained, so
He also is at range.
yeah, so so it wouldn't really be at disadvantage. You'd have advantage to hit.
I'm first off, I'm gonna call them. Look, old man, We don't want to fight. Just drop the rake and come down from the roof peacefully.
Just drop the rake.
He he locks eyes with you and just goes, "What? Giving up already?" He just kind of looks over all of you and sees kind of like how badly injured you are, and he's like, "I've still got this."
I just called to him and I knew. Are you sure?
He locks eyes with you yet again and says, "Positively."
I just nod. All right. May the ancestors have mercy on your soul. And then I said it in Ainu as well, but launch say flame breath style 7 explosive force.
As you need to roll to attack.
I do. Question, do I have advantage on it?
You do,
Ah, neat.
because he is restrained.
That's much better because that first one was not going to hit. Even if he had an AC of like 8, it would not have hit. I can't remember. Sorry, what modifier do we use for our breathing attacks?
It literally says right there, adding your proficiency modifier and either your dex or strength modifier.
Yeah, my apologies.
No, you're good.
Using my dex.
I added it all in there so that
I know, I missed it.
It's fine. You're just letting you know.
Yeah, but you have to understand, Walker. I'm not that intelligent. I don't read. So,
I believe literacy is the devil.
24. I may be a teacher, but I don't read. That's what I have students for.
24.
Yeah.
24 absolutely hits.
So 2d10 force and 3d10 fire.
Yes.
I don't kill this guy. I don't think I will. I'll just get him some die. Sorry, just doing a little bit of maths.
No, you're good.
All right, so that is 21 force. No, sorry, that's 21 fire. Yeah.
Okay, 21 fire, and how much force?
Force, indeed. 25 plus 17 force.
Okay. All right. Okay. As the ranged slash kind of washes over him, it just, you swing with all your might, aiming towards him directly, gripping your blade with intense fury. As you swing down, it unleashes a wave of high pressure air that slams into his body, and like you watch it, you can almost hear it crack across him. As it does this, you watch as it kind of like almost shakes the strings a bit. And he kind of like falls out of the strings for a second, and he's just like and you just watch like as he just goes as like in tropey anime fashion, you watch as he just kind of foams at the mouth and just collapses.
I see that, immediately pause. Oh shit, I killed him!
And he just starts slowly sliding off the roof.
I rush to catch him.
Daisuke will assist with trying to grab him so he doesn't.
Wait, is he out of my strings?
We'll say that for the sake of this, since he is unconscious, he has been like shaken free, but he's not like that. You've still got some strings on him.
Okay,
But he is going to fall off the roof.
Okay, then I will try and hold him in place.
Okay.
Make sure he doesn't fall.
All right, Reikoku, as you rush on over to kind of like grab him as he's falling off the roof, just make a general athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Okay. Do I still sound correctly, by the way? I just restarted.
You're good. And then
Oh man, I forgot about
Tenchi, I'm just gonna need you to make a strength saving throw because you are essentially supporting the weight of a full-grown man who is completely unconscious.
This is not going to end well.
Nat 20 plus 4 for acrobatics. I'm just gonna
Okay.
kick off the wall.
Oh
again
my
and try
god,
to
that's
catch him
really
in the air.
good. What the hell?
As you are like really jazzed about how string prison went, you are definitely not going to let it look so flimsy. As he begins to fall off the roof, you buckle down with all of your strength and just kind of like hold as it slows down his descent. Reikoku, you leap up onto the roof and just kind of like push him forward as he's like sliding off, so he just kind of like gets in an even place. And Daisuke, as you kind of like reach out to grab him, like it is pretty much handled by the time you get engaged, but you do take the quick second to get the rake the hell away from him and disarm him.
Can I roll to check his vitals?
It's gonna be a medicine check if anyone wants to check his vitals. Yeah.
I'll definitely do it. That's a 4. I had a nat 1.
Yeah, he's dead. You've killed again.
I just looked up at everybody.
Goku.
I just looked up at the party. Bail! Bail! Run!
So he just killed a man.
Well, he also nat 1 in medicine check, so he is Reikoku at this point is absolutely convinced he has killed a man.
Oh my god, I was
Okay,
considering unarmed man, I've still never heard an innocent man.
Oh my
Considering what Reikoku told us about the fact that he can't walk through doors, I am hesitant to believe him in this instance.
Reikoku's just having like a full-on panic attack over there.
I mean, if you want to insight check Reikoku,
I'm sure Reikoku believes it. I'm just
No.
not sure if he did an accurate job at it.
I mean,
I know what I'm talking about when it comes to death.
I mean, I will say this, Tenchi, with your accelerated hearing, if you want to do a medicine check to see if his heart is still beating, you are going to definitely have advantage.
Okay, then. Like, that's all I really care about. I don't really care the extent of his injuries. That's what this place is for. So long as he's still breathing.
Yeah, so long as his lungs are still consuming air.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So they killed the man.
Bolt!
Yeah,
Oh my
so he
God.
is. So his, if he is breathing, you are not aware. You are pretty sure that you all have just killed a man.
Watch you guys like run away.
I
Can
immediately
roll-
release the
can I
strings
roll
and start
medicine?
running.
Yes, you can absolutely roll
I would
medicine.
like to roll the medicine, but I'm nowhere near.
I'm just
Jesus
sitting
Christ.
there.
I'm kind of like,
dead
I
body. I'm
don't
like,
think we killed him, but let me double check, you guys.
We double checked. We double tapped. This is over.
no, we must take his head as a trophy. Such is the only way. Well, it's my try.
Can I
Well,
have
sure, we
advantage
killed the
because I've
man.
been watching him for a while?
Yeah.
The cinnamon bun, sweet cinnamon panics over a dead body.
I will.
Oh my god.
I will allow.
So how close are we
advantage
to
in this one
arriving at this
instance.
point?
Yeah, how close are we?
I mean, at this point, like,
You probably heard a big boom hit the roof.
yeah, you just probably heard a big boom hit the roof. You all would be heading out like right about now, essentially.
Alright.
So literally, I run out with swords drawn, and I'm just like, oh, you
Well,
found
I
a
mean,
dead body.
It's still 300. It's still 300 feet. So you
Oh,
all
we're
would
just
be
walking
leaving
outside, so we're nowhere near close to them. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
never
you
mind.
all are just now leaving the bathroom.
Oh, I thought you meant we were leaving we were outside of the estate.
No.
Okay. Well,
You all
I'm
would just
headed
now
for
be
the
leaving
nearest
bathroom.
exit, whether there's a wall in my way or not.
I follow behind.
There is a window at the back of the bathroom.
You know what? I'll take the door.
Well, he said he'd be heading for the nearest exit wall or not, so there's a window.
I will take the door.
Which is closer, the wall or the which is closer, a wall or the window?
The window.
I will take the door.
Can I fit through said window?
You can certainly try.
No, does it look like it would? All right, look, I'm eyeing the window. Does it look like it would be a tight squeeze, is what I'm saying?
It looks like with the right amount of force, you'd be able to get through it, yeah.
So it's a tight squeeze. Okay, I too will be going
Yeah.
through the door.
Okay.
Yes.
So what happened to wall or no?
I was gonna kick a hole in the wall, but it seems like he doesn't want to let me.
Well, these things are solid walls. You could kick it, but it's gonna take a bit.
I got my sword.
Like, this is like... I essentially, like...
All right, upon leaving the bathroom, what is the nearest exit? And I don't mean the window that's still in the bathroom.
Oh, I mean, there is a... Right over here, there is an exit
Yeah.
that kind of leads out to like a small little walkway between the buildings. So that would be the quickest way
Then
down
that
to the
is where.
grounds.
Then that is where I would be heading. Then
That
just
is where I will be as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all are heading there. Daisuke, with your medicine check. Like I said, in this instance, because you've kind of watched them fumble their way through two, I will grant you advantage in this one instance.
Man, I was really hoping to show up and see them poking and prodding a dead man. This would be great.
I don't
you
think we'd
are,
be poking and prodding. I think we'd just be running out the front door.
you are absolutely convinced that this guy is not dead, but he is definitely not in great shape.
And now you just have to
Guys,
convince me and Reikoku that he isn't.
guys, he's not dead.
Give me a shovel.
I was thinking somebody was going to be like, oh, breathe a sigh of relief. Nope. Give me a shovel it is. Okay.
Guys,
We don't have
no.
time to find a shovel. Give me the rake.
This is the campaign we're running, apparently. Yeah.
Daisuke is kind of like, guys, he's not dead. He's just unconscious. We should probably get him to a doctor.
I love this. He's like, he's alive. Dispose of the evidence.
Daisuke, it's okay. You don't have to lie for me. I'm aware of the shame.
I'm
We
not
can't get
lying.
we can't get the shovel or the rake now. They're behind a door.
Guys, he's not dead. For real.
What proof do you have?
Points to his chest.
Rising and lowering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's hold his chest down.
I don't have advantage on sight.
neither does Daisuke. But he is able to point out to y'all that his despite the foaming at the mouth, the man's chest is still like very slightly rising and lowering.
Are y'all that afraid to give CPR? Wow.
No, he's conscious.
He's a
Just
corpse.
Sweet Bean Bun Army will arrive. You will give mouth to mouth. I will stomp on his chest.
That is not a good thing. No, you're gonna kill him.
I'm gonna roll.
I mean, what's a few broken ribs in the face of a life?
can
As a
someone
normal
go
person,
get the head
I,
of the
Atsuko,
estate?
will probably bring him back. So,
Walker.
Hmm.
I do believe that he is alive, rather than being convinced.
Mhm.
So first off, I want to tie his arms and legs up with my chains, just in case.
oh
before we
my
revive
god.
him.
I mean, isn't one of his arms broken?
I mean, do you want to stick with your plan, huh?
Break the other one.
You know,
Trying to-
Hawk, are you sticking with the plan of tying up his arms and legs?
Don't do that. You're just gonna hurt him even more.
Oh,
That's
No,
so
y'all
bad.
aren't there. Y'all aren't
I'll
there.
tie up his non-broken arm.
Oh my
and his
god.
legs.
How do you
Okay.
tie up one arm?
You just hog tie him. You just leave out the one arm that's broken.
Just to clarify, Travatex is actually right. For those of you that don't know, CPR is almost guaranteed to break ribs. Just general CPR. It doesn't matter. whether you
Yeah,
use
and
a
if this
foot or
guy's
not.
already got broken ribs, you're just gonna exacerbate an injury.
Can
I mean, I don't know the
Someone
guy. I
exacerbate
don't
an
really
injury.
care. They're like, they're like punch him in his chest, hit him in the chest hard. You gotta help his heart go. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Just stomps on it like Inosuke.
So I'm gonna try and do medicine again to wake him up.
Let's leave
Hold
him
on,
on.
let's also get him off the roof.
Like, oh yeah, sorry, I just we already taken him down from here. Never mind. Yeah, let's
Maybe
get
you
him
should.
off the roof.
Maybe you should weigh the moral ambiguity of your violent actions.
So as you all have been talking, like, because you all debated this for a good bit, Atsuko and Hikaru, you all would arrive as they are lowering this unconscious gentleman off the roof. Granted, it is a very surgical operation. They are using the wire strings to efficiency. You know, it's a very clean operation, but it is still an unconscious man being lowered off a roof.
I just see a dead dude floating to the ground, and all I can say is, "Aw, I missed it."
Okay, question: did Hawk's attack actually break the roof?
It did not break the roof, but you did shatter a few tiles.
Okay, so we have to lower him to the outside. We can't just lower him into the building.
Just as I'm lowering, I'm just like, oh,
Atsuko is just standing there with her
Atsuko
mouth
and,
slightly open.
Hikaru.
What the hell happened here?
Yeah, it'd be over here.
Hikaru hollers for the butterfly lady, which is the only person he's really like talked to and has any respect
We
for.
were attacked, and now we're saving him.
So
Is he dead?
I thought so, but apparently I was mistaken.
Against our initial assumptions, no.
Despite the initial prognosis, he is not dead.
So he's slightly okay.
He's mostly dead.
Mostly dead is still slightly alive.
Can someone just go get the doctor?
All
I will
right,
take
think
it
all
down.
of us need
guys.
some
While
attention.
this conversation is going on, Hikaru has been going, "Hey, lady who eats my meat!" This is like, calling for the butterfly lady. He doesn't know who she is. He didn't remember names.
And granted, we don't know who that is.
Just carefully put him down. If you like drop him, it's just gonna make things even
When
worse.
we get him down, Walker, can I try another medicine check?
So, is there any response from this DM?
I mean, it's gonna take some time,
Okay.
but in that
Can
time,
I,
Reikoku, you can
as well?
make it. Yeah, Reikoku and Natsuko, you can make another medicine check if you would like.
It's okay. I'm a doctor of death.
It's like, I'm a doctor for pretend.
There we go.
Actually, no, that's better. Get a 20.
Okay, with a ghetto 20 and an 18, in addition to the broken arm, you can now tell Atsuko just kind of like using just kind of general observation, and then same for you, Reikoku. Neither of you are medically trained, but you've had your fair share of injuries. You can tell that he additionally has a sprained ankle, 2 broken fingers on his on the hand that is not broken, which Reikoku, you're pretty sure that was there before you started fighting him, but you're not sure. But if you are asked, you're going to deny it.
Exactly.
He additionally has 6 broken ribs. And currently a punctured lung.
Ugh,
But it's gonna live, right?
wonderful. No, he probably won't live.
asking the DM that.
Everything else fine, but
Do
the
you like-
punctured lung.
do you
I was asking the
Slightly-
DM that one.
Well, trying not to like hurt Reikoku, but she like punches him in the shoulder.
Hey, he attacked us. Also, dude, we just saved this man's life.
Okay, well, you can't. This just doesn't even. This isn't right. First of all, he was
No, I
already
get it.
injured before he got here, and now it's like even worse.
So while this is happening, Hikaru is just kind of moving in a little bit closer, just kind of surveying the situation. Not really interfering with what anybody's doing. He's just kind of like walking a little bit closer, kind of seeing what's going on. Are you guys trying to wake him up? That's out of character, I'm asking.
No,
Okay.
we're not trying to wake him up.
No, if we wake him up, he's gonna kill us again.
I was trying to wake him up,
No,
Okay.
but yeah, but then I was like, oh, punctured lung, probably not the best idea, so I'm not.
Oh, okay, well, fine. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I think the
Kazu.
best thing
If
is to just
if you had woken him up and he had gotten out of hand again, I would have provided much needed anesthesia in the form of a stomp to the head,
Alright,
as concussive as a force as I could bring.
Atsuko, he
Someone should get
attacked
a
us first.
That doesn't give you a right to attack an injured person.
It kind of does, considering he
hit-
nearly
he
knocked
punched
out me
him
and
through a
Daisuke.
wall.
You know what? We
And
can talk
he
about
attacked
this
him.
later. Somebody
I
please
was
go
not
find
gonna
a
fight him
doctor.
back if he just
Since
attacked me.
I'm just saying
as you all
self-defense is a thing.
as you all have been debating this, in intermittently, Hikaru has been screaming out for the butterfly estate person, intermittently between like offering some pretty interesting suggestions.
Hey, pretty lady, who eats my food?
So as you all are debating this and the like right as Atsuko like starts to raise her voice, you watch as the door next to you, Hikaru and Daisuke slides open. As the butterfly estate lady walks out, looks over at y'all, and just goes, "Shh. What seems to be the problem?"
I think I killed this man.
He's not dead.
She looks over at him and just goes, "Oh, okay, I see what's going on." And she walks over, and kind of reaches inside her robe, and pulls out a small glass vial full of kind of like a purplish liquid. And she kind of like shakes it around a bit, before very carefully like sitting down next to him, propping his head up on her lap.
Does she shake it like a bartender? Like she shake it up like she mixing a drink?
She just kind of like gives it a quick like swirl, just to kind of like if there's any resting.
Oh, so like a chemist.
material.
Gotcha. More
Yeah.
like a chemist. Okay.
Yeah, more like a chemist. And she then uncorks it and very slowly pours it into his mouth. And as he drinks it, he just kind of like, and his eyes like flutter open. And he just kind of like starts looking over everyone and then up to her, and she just goes, "Hey," and he goes, and she goes, "You're supposed to be in bed. What are you doing out here?" And he's like, "I was." And she's like, "Shh, wrong answer." And you watch as she reels back her fist and hits him full force in the chest.
Oh.
And he just goes,
Um,
she's like, "I'm a
Daisuke's
doctor.
kinda like-
I can take you apart and put you back together. Don't disobey my
Hikaru
orders
is
again."
super eager about this. He looks at her like he's got that happy gleam in his eye where he's looking at her like, "Can I hit him too? Can I hit him too?" It's like, "Is this okay? Can I beat up people? So long as I don't use my swords, is this okay?" That's the kind of look he's basically giving her.
Atsuko's just slightly glaring at Hikaru. Takes his bread.
Doctor, I think he has a punctured lung. I don't know if hitting him's the best thing right now.
He'll live.
It's just tough
Okay.
love. That was actually said in characters Hikaru. He's just like, it's just tough love.
I don't know what love is.
Right.
You want me to show you?
Yes. In character, he looks up and goes, "Yes."
Okay, this is the point where he immediately, all right, then here we go. He's gonna smack you square in the jaw because you basically asked to know what tough love is.
Okay.
You said yes. You said yes. I didn't think you were gonna go with this skit, but now I have to commit. Damn it.
Reikoku is just kind of blank faced.
So, I'm rolling for unarmed attack yet, right? What's that?
Yeah.
Is that a
You basically are just rolling and adding your strength modifier.
okay? Strength modifier. Oh yeah, we're all together. I should probably move the map over. That would be handy. Okay, my strength modifier is hopefully better than that. Modifier core stats. Oh god. I don't think I did jack shit to hit you, because that's an 8.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 7. I have a +1 strength mod.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, so you're used to, like, dealing with beasts in the mountains when it comes to brute forcing them.
Right?
So dealing with someone who's actually agile is a new thing. Not terribly a new thing, but like someone with a Demon Slayer's level of agility is a.
Yeah, I'll do it. No.
if at first you don't succeed.
Just kind of like just jerk my head to the side, like, what?
It's your turn to retaliate, sir.
As you all are doing this, the Butterfly Estate madam just kind of like gestures to the security guards over by the front gate. They come over, pick up the man who is now like coughing a bit, and she's like, "Oh, grow up, you'll be fine."
Okay, I got a ghetto 20 for my second swing.
Ghetto 20?
Yeah, ghetto 20. 19 + 1. I said if at first you don't succeed, he's going to swing back at you.
That would be a 1 plus your strength modifier, so 2. You slug him for 2 points of damage.
All right, this time I've got a happy grin on my face. I'm like, ha ha, tough love. Like,
Reikoku just looks at him with like a cocked eyebrow.
Come on, come on.
We're in a hospital, dude.
You said you wanted to learn tough love.
It's fine, Reikoku. If this is gonna happen, this is gonna be the place to do it.
This is stars. This is like sparkles all over his eyes. He's pumped up. The adrenaline's going. He has to do something with it. You basically gave him an outlet.
Would you like me to do it instead?
I'm just
I basically
as the
figured
security-
I basically figured DM was gonna interfere, and then Butterfly Girl was gonna knock me the fuck out. But okay.
I guess
Well-
I'll punch him. I don't
No,
know.
I'll punch him. I'll do
Can
it.
I finish
Okay.
first?
Go for
Sorry.
it.
As the security guards take the pillar away, and she watches you kind of like punch Reikoku in the face, and everybody starts to kind of square up again, she just goes and looks over all of you and just goes, "For those of you that are injured, we will offer medical services. Please follow me."
I immediately start following.
Yeah.
Following also, reluctantly.
I don't know what to do with all this adrenaline. so-
Wait, what about your door things?
Oh
We'll
shit!
cross that bridge when we come to it.
The guards here at me, so I just kind of look like, I'm sorry. Can someone open a window?
The guard nods, and as they're carrying this guy inside, one of them cracks open a window.
I embarrassedly open it, crawl through, give the rest of the group a look of shame as I close it behind me.
Oh.
Hikaru's just standing where he previously was, just stunned, not knowing what to do with all of this adrenaline.
I just, as I close the window though, I just mouthed to Atsuko, "Kill me."
And she's
I'm gonna-
like,
Go ahead and move y'all over to the treatment center real
And
quick.
I'll
No.
whisper, no. That's what that sounded like.
As the Butterfly Estate lady walks with y'all to the treatment center, leading Tenchi and Daisuke there, and just kind of gesturing for Hikaru and Atsuko to follow.
I'm just gonna leave entirely.
He just kind of sulkingly walks forward, with his shoulders hunched and his head down. He's like, he wanted a fight and he didn't get a fight.
Literally, all Reikoku wanted was just to buy his little sister's gifts.
Yeah, so this is I'm going to leave and then just go technically just shop for some
Okay.
items.
We will get back to Atsuko in just a minute. It's not going to take long to bandage up the crew. As you all get in there, they take the guy away into another recovery room, and she kind of like claps her hands. And like a lot more of her support staff start coming in. She's like, all right, I need everyone to kind of be on their best behavior. Go ahead and clean and sanitize the operating area. I will need you all to head into town and just gather the rest of the staff. I know it's some of their days off, but we're going to need a full medical team because someone decided to exacerbate their injuries. So I'm going to have to shell out overtime. Yay. And they all just kind of like nod in understanding and quickly dash off in different directions to handle their assigned tasks. She's like, okay, I will be tending to the three of you personally, as this is happening now. And she just kind of like looks over your bangs and bruises, Reikoku, and she just kind of like does a quick check. She like tests your muscles and your like kind of just feels your arms and chest area to see if there's anything broken or bruised. Just kind of like checks your head where you got conked earlier. And she just kind of like looks around. She's like, well, you don't seem to have a concussion, but you do have some blunt force trauma to your head. We can go ahead and deal with that. So she kind of like bandages up your head and she's like, you've suffered some tearing of the ligaments in your legs, but you will be fine with just some rest and relaxation. And as for the other injuries you sustained kind of in and around your arms and torso, nothing some anti-inflammatories and painkillers won't solve. So, and she just kind of like hands you she hands you like a little red pill and it's got a smiley face on it. And she's just like, take one of these. And that will go ahead and deal with the inflammation and work to assist with muscle recovery. And I just recommend a hot bath in a relaxing hot spring if y'all have one nearby.
One actually.
Oh, wonderful. And just I'd recommend coming back for the next 3 to 5 days, and we'll go ahead and continue to medicate you and keep an eye on your injuries. And she turns to Kazu and kind of like looks him over and sees like the extent of the bruising across this boy. And it's just like,
question.
Yes.
I assume for obvious game-breaking reasons this wouldn't work out of combat, but with my enduring technique and regenerative breath, I'm effectively gaining a D4 HP every round while gaining a stamina every round. So do I really need medical attention ever?
For
obviously,
like legitimate injuries like broken bones or lacerations, yes. Considering that these are just bruises, she kind of like looks you over and sees that this isn't anything like terribly serious, and that your breathing techniques have been taking care of most of it. So she just kind of hands you an some ginseng powder, and she's like, this will go ahead and just relax your muscles, allow for a better blood flow. So just take some of this and just get a nice relaxing bath.
Thank you.
And she looks at Daisuke, who has been basically kicked in the face and then beaten the hell up, and she's like, and she like looks over between Daisuke and Reikoku, trying to like decide mentally who has the worst injuries. And basically she patches up your chin and kind of like tends to check, like she checks your bruises, makes sure that you're not injured in any way, and she does the same with Reikoku. She hands you a little red pill with a smiley face and just goes, get a nice warm bath and then come back over the next 3 to 5 days so we can make sure to keep an eye on your injuries. And she just like with that, she kind of like smiles and looks you all of you over and goes, and that's pretty much it. You all should be good to go.
Thank you.
My pleasure. So sorry about that.
Do you have any idea why that guy just attacked us?
What is his name?
That's what I was going to ask.
How does he know
Walker, is the
the
guy still
water?
here? Did he get in the same room as us?
He is not. He is in a different room entirely because his injuries were far more severe.
Yeah, who is that guy?
As far as why he knows the water style, that is because it is a breath style that he practices. But specifically, his name is Shima Yukio. And he is an unfortunately rowdy person who I've had to deal with these past few days. Keeps trying to leave, even though his injuries aren't recovered yet.
Is that why he keeps breaking through the walls?
Did he break more of my walls?
Yes.
I think I said too much.
Well, I hope he likes the next few days without morphine.
What's morphine?
It is a chemical painkiller.
Oh, good to know.
And she basically is just like, yes, I am terribly sorry about that. He is, well, I guess he did just get promoted, so maybe that's why he's trying to show off. But he has no business lashing out at you all like that. I am terribly sorry.
Well, again, thank you, and sorry for getting him riled up.
Like it was starting.
As soon as he saw me, I was his favorite target.
I am so sorry about that. He has had. This is not the first time he has been brought to this estate. This is not the first time I've treated him. But he has gotten into some heated sparring matches before with other members of the Corps that practice water style breathing. So you are not the first.
You said he just got promoted. What's his rank now?
Well, if I remember correctly, he was just recently promoted to Hashira.
What?
I just look at Reikoku and Daisuke. I'm sorry, what was the rank again? Brain.
Hashira.
Guys, we just took down a Hashira.
And that is...
It's the highest order of the pillars. He's one of the pillars. How is he a pillar?
Well, that's kind of why he's in here, is he just got back from doing 2 subsequent hunts on members of the 12 Kizuki. He was able to dispatch Upper Moon 6 and Lower Moon 1. Unfortunately, doing so had him sustain heavy injuries, and the previous Hashira in his region unfortunately did not make it, and thus, as he was the highest ranking member with the largest number of accolades, he was promoted.
Okay.
So we took down our boss, effectively.
You took down a boss of another district. He is not the head of District 7. He is the head of District 5.
So do we get a promotion? Because that's kind of how it went in my village.
We get not to go to District 5.
You all get the benefit of not having this incident reported.
Man, the city's weird.
Well, I mean, this could go one of 2 ways. It could look like you all basically picked a fight with an injured Hashira.
He told me to hold back, and I knew.
He actually was the one that attacked us, be honest.
Yes, but he also outranks you, which means his voice carries more weight.
But if
There's
he
no real
told us
way
to
for us-
attack him, wouldn't that be an order?
there's no real way for us to prove that he said anything.
Exactly.
To be fair, I love that for once Atsuko and Hikaru had nothing to do with this.
And they didn't do. Why is Daisuke?
The sweet bean buds were the good boy and girl.
Hang on,
Yay!
Daisuke's innocent in this whole
Yay!
matter.
Also, Atsuko, yes. Hikaru, innocent.
I did not attack this person.
Yeah, we have.
But you caused us to be here.
All right. To be
The
fair,
heck?
I didn't attack this guy either. He attacked me while we were just trying to
Sweet
find
bean
you.
buns, stay good and pure.
Also, no one told you to attack me when I was on a pole in the middle of the city. You caused me to
trying
be
to
here.
So
No,
all
we
I'm
were trying to
hearing is that
restrain you so you wouldn't get arrested.
Like, just let me get arrested, bro. Just like
But then you would have fought the guards.
you're like, yeah. You don't know that.
I think by now we kind of.
Whatever. Fine. Whatever.
Whatever.
It's all Reikoku's fault. Let's just move
You
on.
just decided that was my action and that you had to physically restrain me.
I apologize. Let's move on.
No one gave Daisuke a chance to talk me down.
Guys, Daisuke hasn't gotten a chance to say what he was trying to say. What were you going to say, Daisuke?
Well, all right. Well, we'll just have to go that we'll go it unreported. But he really did attack me. Like
I know. But just these things tend to get lost. So it's best not to poke or prod at it.
right.
Now, I recommend you all get that rest I mentioned, and she looks out and sees, kind of like where the sun's hanging in the afternoon sky, and it's like, it's still not evening yet, so if you all would like to go, she looks over at kind of like all of y'all's equipment, she's like, if you all would like to go actually pick up your real swords and actually put on your uniforms, I'm rather certain you all would be able to change at your hotel, and I'm certain that the local blacksmith would have your weapons ready by now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Indeed. Thank you.
Could you also point me to the direction of the merchant district?
Yes, that I will do, and I'm going to go ahead and move over to the city map again. As she points you all in the district of the merchant district, and the merchants are kind of spread out. She says that there's kind of like a textiles district over here. The main like shops and merchant area is in the kind of like shady area that you picked out last time. Then she points out where the blacksmith is, and they're not actually too far from. They're a little north of the shady district, but they're not too far from y'all. And then she, just points out those locations and says that those are like the main shopping areas to be found around town.
All right, I guess I'll just head off on my own to try and find some guests for our
And
family.
where's the blacksmith?
The blacksmith is right here.
Where is it at? Do it again? Because my screen wasn't.
It's literally where it says Kenchi.
Okay.
You can just shift ping, it'll automatically switch everyone's view over there.
Oh, wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Aha! Whoa, that's neat. Did not know that. Thank you, Vex.
That's beautiful.
Hikaru is basically just gonna be following Atsuko. He's very bummed out, and like the wind, it's kind of like the wind has been kicked out of him because he didn't get to fight.
All right, so where's everybody going?
Well, I kind of wanted Reikoku to go shopping, but he doesn't know really how to do that, so I guess he's probably just going to wander aimlessly.
My lovely dad.
I mean, she told you where it was.
Yeah, no, he just doesn't have much like mercantile sense.
Okay, so
He's just gonna wander, I guess. I don't know.
so Tenchi said he's going to the blacksmith. Daisuke, where are you going?
I'll go to the blacksmith to pick up our stuff.
Okay,
But after that,
Daisuke's...
I think it would be good if we all got some sleep.
All right. Atsuko, where are you going?
The shop.
The blacksmith or just like the shop?
The shop.
Okay, the shop. And then Hikaru was following Atsuko.
I'm like super close to her, like holding on to like the back of her rope because there's still way too many people, and I'm not okay with that.
So Reikoku, did you want to just wander around, or did you want to follow Atsuko to the shop?
So there's
Well, I mean, he doesn't know she's going there, but that's I guess where he was going. I don't know.
there's fan art for everybody. Basically, like freaking Hikaru is hiding behind her from like he's using her as a shield from all the people. Like protect me, lady, from all the crowds of people.
All right. So I will have I'll go ahead and pick up with Daisuke and Tenchi. Since y'all didn't get a lot of screen time last time, and we've still got like 40 minutes, give or take. So I'll pick up there with the swordsmith. So you all approach this shop in this kind of like rundown district. It's not necessarily like slummy, but it's just kind of more, I guess, like rural residential is the best way I could put it. It's just kind of got like a nice rustic feel to it. And the blacksmith's place is actually very traditional looking. It's got kind of just that open air feel to the furnace, as well as kind of like a closed off shop area. And as for like the refining station, that is completely walled in. And as you approach, there is just kind of an old man sitting out front, wearing the traditional mask of the blacksmiths, but in like the very long, extended mouth. You see he has stuck a pipe in there and is just carefully blowing smoke rings from the top of this pipe, and just kind of like looks out at y'all and it's just like, "Hello, welcome to the shop."
Yeah, we were told that our that there might be a chance our swords are ready.
All right. What's the name on the work order?
Daisuke?
Daisuke. And he's like, you watch as he actually reaches into his coat and I don't know what you call it. Like it's like the folded jacket, you know, it's like a yeah. He reaches into the sleeve of it and pulls out like a list, and he's like flipping through the list. He's like, yes, Hamasaki. Let's see here. And he kind of like gets up and walks into the shop a bit and pulls out like a large box, and opens it. And inside you can see are a lot of individually wrapped blades. And as he kind of like reaches in, he like without even having to like look at it, he is able to pull out a blade that has a tag bearing your name on it. And he kind of like unravels the cloth around it and pulls it out, and it is this long black lacquered sheath with a steel hilt wrapped in like this black kind of woven fabric with little turquoise charms set into the grip. And as he draws out the blade, it is just kind of a standard steel looking blade, but it kind of has like a nice bit of mirrored sheen to it, and he kind of like tests the weight of it, and he hands it to you, and he goes, test out the feel of that, young man.
Sure. He'll reach over and grab the blade.
As you grab the blade, it is surprisingly light in your hands, but it like you can feel that the blade itself is actually very well weighted, but it is weighted especially towards the tip more. With many breath of water techniques, it is designed around building momentum. This blade is weighted at the tip and at the base of the hilt, the pommel.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of carry out an even momentum between both ends of the blade. And as you do so, the blade itself actually begins to change color. As it does, you watch as the mirrored kind of metallic sheen kind of takes on a more crystalline appearance. You can tell that it's still steel and metal, but it has like this kind of teal appearance with kind of this almost glass-like look, almost like water running over the surface of green glass.
Wow.
Dude, Daisuke, that's so awesome. I've never seen a sword actually change in front of me.
Oh, my master told me that when you do receive your actual blade, that it's supposed to, the color of the blade's to match your soul, apparently. I didn't expect it to actually be true, though. This is incredible.
And as you are kind of like testing it out now that it's finished changing color, it almost seems like after it has finished changing color that it's like a little bit like even lighter than before. Like it feels almost like nothing in your hands.
It's so light. Am I holding? Is he's chuckling a little? Wasn't expecting it to be light.
Yeah. And as you're kind of like reveling in it, he goes, "Yep, that's a good blade there. We actually had Kyoko working on that one.
Kyoko?
Kyoka.
Who was that?
Oh, well, it's one of my apprentices. They actually stay at the blacksmith's village. It's a ways. They like to keep changing location to keep it safe, but they're actually one of the blacksmiths I've trained over the years, and they're the one that made your sword.
Well, if you can send, if there's any way of sending, thank you. Let them know. I appreciate that.
Will do. And he hands you the like lacquered sheath so that you can sheathe your blade.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns to you and he goes, "And you, young man?"
Kazu Tenchi.
All right.
You can feel a measure of excitement building in Kazu's voice.
All right. So as he begins looking through the list, he finds it and then reaches into the box once again without really looking and pulls out yours. And as he kind of like takes off the wrapping, the sheath itself is actually just like a standard like brown lacquered wooden sheath. But the hilt is kind of like where it shines the most. The hilt is actually made of copper wrapped in brown leather. And the handguard that you have right at where the kind of blade meets the hilt is also made of copper. The pattern is exactly as you told them to describe it. It is a square guard with like notches cut out of it so that there are gaps between the pattern that you have you've requested. The pattern in particular is 4 lightning bolts striking out from the cardinal directions north, south, east, and west, converging from the outer square onto the center oval where the blade meets the hilt.
Kazu's just kind of reaching out like, "Give me."
As he draws the blade out, it is a standard kind of steel Color, same as the last one, but there is like a small engraving in the blade. It kind of looks like a signature, like from the person who forged the blade. It's like a little yin yang symbol, it looks like. But as your hand touches the blade, you watch as that engraving changes, as well as the rest of the blade. From the top edge of the blade, like the outward cutting edge, it takes on a golden hue that as it reaches down closer and closer to the hilt, as the edge thins, the color also kind of thins. And the groove at the back of the blade takes on kind of like a brown color, but not like a dull brown. It's almost like a wooden, oaken kind of color, very earthy. That gets thinner. The color on it gets thinner and thinner as it reaches from the bottom of the, like where the hilt is, all the way up to the edge. And the engraving that was carved in there changes as what was once kind of a white and black pattern takes on the very similar gold and brown colors of your blade, with the yin taking on the golden colors and the yang the brown colors. Sorry, I had that reversed. Yin's the dark one, yang's the light one. My bad. Had it opposite.
Okay.
But yeah. And that is the form your blade takes, and it almost like the golden sheen almost seems to kind of like have what looks like the hue of gold almost looks like lightning striking down on top of a mountain.
Guys is just kind of staring at it, just mutters under his breath. I don't think there could have been a more perfect sword.
It's beautiful.
And the blacksmith nods and he goes, didn't train the smith that made your blade, but I do know patient. They go by the name Shinobu.
Shinobu.
Yeah, she is a exceptional smith, a bit eccentric. Likes to make sure that all her blades have kind of this dual color aesthetic, kind of the yin yang. Every blade she forms always seems to have that coloration, no matter what breath user it is. They always have two colors in their blade.
Wonder how she
should
pulled
be pretty well weighted as well. It should be very evenly balanced.
I'll have to thank her.
He just kind of nods and he goes, well, I've also got the blades for your friends, but they'll have to come pick theirs up in person. It's just my policy not to hand out Demon Slayer blades to other Demon Slayers.
That's fair.
Because everybody's got to get a feel for their own blade. Once they get it and hold it in their hands, they can see the masterworks that were created for them.
Well, thank you so much. We'll tell the other when we see them pick up their blades, but
He just kind of nods and goes, and if at any point during the next few days you want to stop by and spend some of your salary here, be more than happy to equip y'all with some tools.
Might take you up on that.
He just nods and keeps blowing his smoke rings. And with that, we're going to go ahead and pick up with the other group as they are shopping for knickknacks. So there are a lot of different shops to choose from, a variety of different things, sweets shops, kind of trinkets, the standard touristy fare as well. There are a lot that just kind of deal in novelty items from this region. And the whole kind of market in this area kind of takes a very open air feel. There are just shops lining this long stretch of road. on each side, and everyone's kind of like calling out to invite customers into their shops. But there is one person who stands out from this because he is not doing any marketing whatsoever. He is not trying to, get people to rush into his store. He's not waving signs around, offering discounts or deals. He is just sitting there very calmly on a cushion with a fan, and just watching the scene play out as the other merchants all kind of like scramble to get people to come in. So you all can enter any shop you choose. Like I said, there's a variety of different shops here for all different types of goods. So if there's something in particular that you're looking for, I can make sure that I've got it.
All right. So I'm gonna go to where the guy is. That's not
The
very
one guy
active.
who's just
The one guy that's not very active
yeah.
at all.
Reikoku, where are you going?
I mean, I'm kind of off of myself, so I guess I'm just kind of overwhelmed a bit by the sights.
Okay.
All the people haggling and kind of pushing wares.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, I guess.
All right, so Atsuko, as you walk over that way, with Hikaru kind of tailing behind and Reikoku kind of breaking off his own.
Well, I wasn't with them. Remember? They
I thought
left before I did.
You said you were by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all just in the same area but in different. Okay.
Yeah, because they left before I did. Because I was getting treated.
All right. Then yeah, you all are just kind of like wandering the streets in different areas. And as you approach the one dude sitting off on his own, not doing any marketing. Hello, welcome. What can I get for you today?
Hello. I was just wondering what you were, selling.
The same thing that any merchant sells. Whatever is most popular at the time and whatever is the best quality of goods.
DM, could I do a perception check of this guy? Just check how shady he is.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's a 2.
This would be an yeah, I was about to say this would be more like an insight.
Oh, it's an insight check.
Yeah, if you're like trying to read him, it's an insight check.
Oh, well, I probably should have. You know what? Okay. Do I have to keep that?
You would keep the number. You would just add the insight modifier.
Oh, well then shit. I rolled a natural 2, so I don't know jack shit. I am overwhelmed by the sheer input of people around me.
Pretty much.
What did he roll, a 2?
Yeah, he did not roll good insight.
All right, so I will roll an insight.
Look who is not being impaired by the crowd.
Because she's used to it.
He is.
I am just a scared baby over your left shoulder.
Definitely not saying everything. He's kind of very aloof. This guy.
Interesting. Well, I'm just gonna look around.
All right.
And see what you've got.
Of course. Make yourself comfortable. As you kind of enter into his shop and like look around, it is definitely a lot different than the other shops. Whereas all the other shops seem to kind of like specialize in a specific type of good. You have your candy vendors, your toy vendors, your local merchandise vendors, those that deal in farming goods, those that deal in specific like exotic fruits and trade. This guy seems to just have a little bit of everything. But everything that he has is, like he said, as you kind of inspect it, these are all very high quality goods. He has maps, he has books, he's got toys and novelty items, he has sweets that some that you've seen before and some that you haven't. He has some produce that's out by him. He's got small like metal goods, like shears and like other tools, kind of strewn about. And then in the very, very back, kind of behind the counter, he even seems to have some weapons.
Haha, jackpot. uh, so I'll like inspect the weapons, or not like go over the counter and just grab and look.
It'd be like an investigation check. You're seeing what they are. Pretty good. These are all very well made weapons. All of them kind of from walks of life. He has some shinobi tools like kunai, shuriken, chain weapons, claws. He has martial arts weapons, some bow staves, some spears, as well as even a few like gauntlets. And then he kind of has some weapons. Demon Slayer weapons. He has Nichiren blades back behind the counter.
The chain looks very interesting. How much altogether?
For what items?
She can't speak today. Sorry. One of the Demon Slayer weapons.
Okay. And he kind of like walks over and looks at it and he's like, all right. I have in current stock, I've got 3 swords, 1 spear, a dagger, well, a set of daggers. Sorry. And he kind of like opens up the box and it's a set of Nichiren blades. And he goes, and 1 axe. And he like sets down an axe on a table, and it's kind of more like a woodcutter's axe than anything else, but you can tell based on the sheen and color of the blade, it is forged with Nichiren ore.
She like places a hand under her chin. She's thinking, there's gotta be something like. So how much is for the axe and the Nichiren? Correct me if I'm wrong. If I said that incorrect.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch any of what you said.
Did I cut out?
Yeah, you did.
You uncultured swine. Discord, why you do this? How much is for the axe and the Nichiren weapon? If I cut it out again, I swear to God.
I heard the axe. I didn't hear what the other thing was.
The other sword. No, the Nichiren.
Yeah, which one?
What the fuck? Okay, can you repeat them one more time?
He has a set of knives, 3 swords, spear, and an axe.
Okay, how much are 3 of the swords?
Are you literally buying all 3 of them?
Hell yeah!
He looks them over and goes,
Why are you buying swords when you're gonna get a free?
Leave me alone, Phil. I know what I'm doing.
As he kind of like looks over these swords, he goes, well, these are all very nice pieces, and I'd be ashamed to part with them. Tell you what, I will part with a lot of them for 4,000 yen.
4,000 yen?
That's a very good deal.
She like slightly raises a brow. Not, I only don't really have much though.
Well, then, if you don't have much, I'm not sure why you're buying weapons.
All right, then how much just for the axe?
For the axe, let's see. And he kind of like picks it up and just tests its weight, and he goes, 300 yen.
300. I only have 200. Yeah. Rex asked how much did everybody get paid?
100.
Was it
right?
100?
Everybody got paid 100 yen.
Yeah,
except
everyone got paid 100.
Except for Atsuko, because she's got 200. Thanks to your car.
Yeah, she took Hikaru's.
I wonder if I can haggle him.
Can
Make it
certainly
hurt.
try.
Can I inspect the weapons visually?
Yes.
Okay. What would that be? Like, just I'm just kind of looking them
It'd
over.
be an
to,
investigation as well.
Gosh, yeah, everybody's like flirt with him.
Why is everybody trying to break up the Sweet Bean Bun Army suddenly, huh? Huh? You guys were all for it a second ago. Now you're just like flirt with the
notice
random
it's all the
shopkeep
ladies in the
dude.
chat. You notice it's all the ladies
It's
in the
all
chat.
ladies in the chat right now, like, honestly.
They're trying to save her from the sweet bun.
I know.
Yeah.
So we see where the standard comes from. You can use your feminine wiles so long as it's financial. I see.
So what'd you roll for your investigation?
Natural 20.
No, I did not roll a nat 20. I am trying to look up what my investigation bonus is. Hang on a second. Goodness. Okay, so I think it's under skills, correct? Yes, investigation. Oh, I have a 0 on my bonus, so I just rolled a 17.
If I haggle with him, what would that be?
That would be persuasion. With a 17?
Yeah. Roll for
Um,
flirtation.
These
Has to
these are very high quality weapons. Like, this is not something that would be handed out like on day one. These are custom made weapons with exceptional degrees of refinement.
Okay. So
Hikaru, you know that these weapons are like the bomb, but you also heard him throw out numbers that Atsuko didn't seem to like, so you're not sure what that all means, because currency is a foreign concept to you.
So I just take like the money I got and hand it to her and go, "Does this help?"
but she already has that money.
Yeah, she
You
already
threw
has
it.
money.
Yeah, you threw it away last
cool.
session.
Has it?
Sweet. Well, then never mind. I don't do that. I retract my previous statement.
All right. So flirtation would be what? Would be
Persuasion.
Okay. And
If you were trying to persuade him to lower the cost, you would have to roll persuasion.
And to pass would be, I think it's a 16. Yeah.
No,
It is whatever the DC is.
it's whatever the DC is, and the DC can be very,
Where's
very
the
high.
DC?
The
Is that
DC is normally like a bait, like it's normally 10 plus the charisma charisma modifier, and if they're proficient in it.
It's not in skills.
Okay,
No.
the DC is not something that you know. It is something.
You don't know the DC.
All right,
you don't
all
know
right, all
the
right.
DC.
You don't
Alright,
know
I'm
what
gonna
the
use my
difficulty is.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my new dice and roll 20.
Yeah, so you roll you roll yourself a D20, then you go into your skills page and add whatever the number is next to persuasion. And before you do, I will say this: it is not the one in the column that says passive.
Says total. Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
the one that says total.
Right.
Good.
Here I go. That's 15 plus 15. That is. Let me do my math real quick.
15
That's
plus
a-
what?
15 plus 15.
That's 30.
That is definitely not what your modifier is.
Yeah.
You know what?
Your persuasion is a +6.
Oh, it's
If you roll a
21.
15,
She rolled
it would be
21.
21.
Still not bad. It's 9 lower than what she thought, but it's still
Yeah.
not bad.
Don't know why you rolled perception, but okay.
15 plus 15 is 30, honey, just so you know.
Yeah, and
I said
15
30.
Okay.
Okay, but again, your persuasion modifier isn't 15.
That's your
Your
overall
modifier isn't-
persuasion. It's
Yeah,
you're
It's
looking
the-
at your
it's the light
mod.
green column, not the blue one.
I can't hear him. What did you say?
It's the one that's light green that says total. That is the modifier. The one that says pass, that is like the light blue, That's what your passive is. You never use your passive unless it's like a ongoing like slight check.
Okay.
Like,
21.
passive is what the DM uses to basically say, okay, who would basically just
Automatically succeed on this.
yeah.
It's what the DM uses when he's like, who actually notices this gelatinous cube that I put in the middle of a hallway?
Yeah, like if your passive perception is a 17, then if the DC is 15 and you're not actively looking for it, the DM's just gonna be like, yeah, you just noticed this thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Again, I'm still rested.
No, you're
trying.
good. You're good. So 21. He looks you over and looks over the axe and goes, "Tell you what, I will be willing to lower it for a reasonable amount. 250.
That's slightly not bad. However, only 200 down.
Well, then it seems that we will not be selling any axes today," as he takes the axe off the counter and puts it behind the counter
Drat.
alongside the rest of the weapons.
All right, I'm now taking a look at all the weapons around. What all do I see?
There are a lot of them. In addition to the ones that the Demon Slayer armory that he had, there are a variety of weapons that are used by ninja, such as claws, chain weapons, kunai, and shuriken.
Okay, things that would catch his eye in particular, like Hikaru's eye. Like
I love how people are
something-
telling her to steal. Just steal the
something literally that would catch Inosuke's eye in here. What would it be?
There is nothing in here that catches your eye.
Okay, cool. So there's nothing I see that is like, I could slaughter every demon in the world with this goddamn thing.
Correct.
Okay, good to know.
I love how everybody is telling Atsuko to just steal the weapon and go.
Well,
Click up.
while
We're trying not
Since-
to ruin the Tenryuu's name, okay?
since we are running a bit close to the time limit, I'm going to go ahead and quickly pick up with Reikoku while you all are haggling. He was still wandering about. Reikoku, have you settled on a shop that you would like to go into?
I guess roll investigation.
All right.
See which one
Yep.
might work for someone looking for gifts for kids who have been to a city. That's a nat 1.
So as you are wandering about aimlessly, oh man, I was kind of hoping this would happen because this means to do fun things.
Uh-oh.
This is why
The
I didn't want to
door.
bring people alone in the city.
Okay, so as you're kind of wandering around looking for things that your younger siblings would like, you kind of like look at a few things and just kind of like shake your head like hesitantly at some of them. And some of the merchants catch this. And so one of them approaches you and goes, "Hello, young sir. You look like the type of man who quality when he sees it. I bet you're looking for something great for your siblings back home, right? You seem like a family man. You're a family man, right? Family guys, like myself. I've got 5 kids, don't you know?"
Oh, and that's a very large family. Your wife must be very fruitful.
"Yes, indeed. Now tell me, son, what is it that you would be looking for today?"
Well, I'm new to the area, and I mean, I seek to bring back a piece of this culture to my my siblings. So they know what to expect from the city.
"Well, if it's culture you're looking for, we got a wide variety of things, but it's more of a matter of what do they like? Because, see, the one thing about bringing back items of interest from another faraway land is it's always best to think about what they want. Give them something that would entice them to go view that culture. Seize them by it."
Well, the twins, Kuro and Shiro, they are very big into skinning right now. They're being taught those lessons. Little Shinigami is learning how to use knives. She's very adept with chains.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
you know how 6-year-olds are.
I do. So so you're the twins seem they're adept at hunting game and skinning the pelts. Got it. And the
Sure.
6-year
Game and pelts, right?
and the 6-year-old you said is into knives and working with chains. So they help around on the farm.
Oh no. There's no farming involved.
Well, then what's the chain? What do they use the chains for?
People. Obviously.
Kind of like looks at you very hesitantly and just huh. Tell you what. I think I've got something just absolutely delightful that they will love. And he kind of like leads you over to his shop. And he goes, now, these are a bit new. They're not going to quite hit the market just yet, but I have been working towards something that I believe will be for the benefit of all. And he kind of reaches behind the counter and he goes, so you said that they are 6, correct?
Well, the
Not the twins. I understand that
yeah,
they are
yeah,
probably
yeah,
older.
Yeah, she's 6. They're 13, I believe now. Last winter.
All right. Well, this has been a big hit with some of the smaller kids in the market, but I believe this will go swimmingly for you. And he pulls out a small wooden doll. And he goes, this little guy right here is a wooden friend. You can, and in some areas I hear out to the west, they call them puppets. It is like they're basically pets made of wood, and you keep them. You can feed them, you can treat them, you can take them for walks. It is just great. And you begin to realize that this little like wooden doll thing is actually on a set of strings attached like this little like cross section thing that as he kind of like jiggles it around, it kind of like manipulates the movement of this little wooden figurine. He goes, like I said, you can take it on walks, you can feed it, you can give it all manner of things. It's great.
Would considering how far north of Japan Reikoku's from, would he know what a puppet is? Since it's more like a European thing. Because like
I'm actually having to think because I have to think about like
it's on the border of Russia, basically.
No, I have to know. I know. I'm saying I have to think about this because in the early 1900s, I think most artistic expressions were kind of centered directly around Moscow, not really relegated to the outlying areas. I don't think you would know what a puppet is.
Okay. You said it's a pet, right?
Yes.
Can you train to attack?
I mean, you can have it pretend attack. Like this. And he kind of like gives it a little flick and you watch the little puppet like does like a little punch.
Huh. That is neat. Reikoku just kind of like squats down, like his eyes level with the counter, just watching it. And you think children would like this?
I hear it is all the rage in the barbaric countries to the west.
What else do you have?
Well, you said for still for the smallest child, yes?
Well, any of the 3 actually.
Well, and he kind of like goes through his stuff, and he goes, "You said they're into hunting, so
no,
we've
it's not hunting. They're being okay. Maybe I guess it technically is hunting. Just not.
You're being really weird here, kid.
What do you mean? This is how everyone in my. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I am very different from those in my village.
I was about to say, you're kind of hunting but not hunting doesn't quite make any sense. Catch what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's not for food. They're not barbarians. They're not going to eat what they kill.
I mean, well, then why are you hunting?
Because it's what we do.
So do you sell the meat?
No, that'd be illegal.
Okay, you're confusing me here, kid. If the twins are hunting and skinning pelts,
No, not
naturally part
pelts.
of being a hunter, then what are they skinning?
Reikoku just kind of pauses, kind of picking up like, oh, pelts. Yes, they're totally skinning pelt.
He goes, okay. Then might I suggest? And he pulls out he's like 13. He pulls out like an actual bow and arrow.
At first, I felt bad for Reikoku, but as this continues to go on, I'm feeling more and more. I'm feeling more and more for the merchant. I'm like, this poor guy. He was just trying to peddle some wares, and he's just run into like the weirdest, creepiest kid, man.
So he pulls out like an actual bow and arrow and goes, "Here you go. Good for a pretty long distance, and it could aid in their hunting."
How does it look compared to the stuff that my village would make? That they would have basic grown up use on?
It is compared to the actual hunting longbows the village uses. This is crap. This is like obviously designed for like short to mid-range targets. Like this is a practice bow and arrow. Like this is something you would see on like a training field or like in or decoratively hung somewhere.
This is dollar store tier shit.
Like this is similar to the longbows that your village elder has hung up decoratively. Like this is not something to be used. It's ceremonial at best.
I look over the bow to him.
What else you got?
Okay, the 6-year-old hasn't used one of these since she was 2. Do you really think this would be good for 2 13-year-olds? I mean, come on. You'd be lucky if you got 100 yards out of this.
Well, it's all designed for fun. Practice their aim and all that.
Well, I mean, should they use the actual equipment to better practice their aim?
Yes, but what happens if you actually break a real arrow? This could take a great deal of time to fletch a new one.
They've got those kind of skills.
No. They need to learn from their mistakes.
Okay, then. Well, then I am not sure what all I would have that would be suitable for a 13-year-old, then, I'm afraid. For smaller children, I definitely have a variety of different toys that they purchase, but as far as people in their teens, I don't think I would have anything aptly suited. Have you thought about confectionaries?
I mean, they have mainly baked goods. They don't get much candy up there.
Candy is always a good bet. Especially if these are your younger siblings, get them some sweets.
I suppose I could pick up a few sweets. A trader from Russia told us about this thing called Toffee.
Well, I can ask around. I'm not sure who all would have it.
My name
but
is
I
Vivi
do have some
Nefertari.
sugared candies here, as well as some various jellies. If those were more your speed, and if you were looking for something like this toffee, I can ask around.
And how much
is it like a tofu-based candy?
No, it's salt and sugar. I've always wanted to try it.
Well, that sounds terrible.
My older sister had
Salt
some.
and
She wouldn't share
sugar?
with us. I was the smallest. She wouldn't share.
Hmm. Odd.
Indeed.
These Western barbarians, I'm telling you, they have some crazy tastes in food.
This is why I wish Atsuko was here. She knows how to shop. I have no idea what any of this is.
Well, like I said, I will ask around, and I'll get back to you when I can. If candy is what you're looking for, this isn't really the best place to go, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, I only voice.
All right.
Apologies.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your honesty and for your propriety. I do highly recommend getting more efficient bows if you wish to kill someone.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, I honestly don't think you could stop a single perpetrator with that bow.
Well, I don't normally get a lot of people trying to steal my stuff.
But you sell wares. Shouldn't you be ready to protect them?
That's what the police are for.
Interesting. Alright. So I guess I am leaving his shop and just wandering to either try to find somebody who can direct me to buy stuff or just wandering around the market.
All right. Well, since I have gone ahead and started putting, like I said, the deadlines on our stuff for 9:30, we are kind of nearing the end, so I will go ahead and quickly wrap this, and we will pick up again next time as the Reikoku kind of wanders off, and Atsuko continues to kind of like purview the merchant's quarter. The sun begins to kind of go down. It is not quite set, but at this point, I will say, Tenchi and Daisuke, after you all picked up your swords, would you just head back to the inn?
Most likely.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so I will say that as the sun begins to set, and you all notice it getting dark, you all remember that you have nice beds for the evening and a wonderful warm hot spring, and everyone decides to retire for the eve, heading off in the direction of your inn, settling in for the night, and for those that were advised, getting a nice soak in the... Then we will, okay, lady, we will pick that up next time as like a flashback, but for now we are...
If I have to, I will fucking steal and run.
Well, right now we do have to wrap this session. If we want to continue the bartering, we can do it next time as like a flashback.
I feel like she's gonna steal something, run, and the entire time she's gonna be dragging a very confused, Hikaru along, just like flapping in the wind. Yeah, there's a good fan art for everybody. Have fun with that. That's my job. I'm just here to make fan arts, ladies and gentlemen. Just make your fan art dreams come true.
So you all retire to the inn for the evening, and those of you that were nice to take a soak in the hot springs do, and the rest of you can like choose how you wish to spend the evening. But as the moon crests the sky, it is a nice warm summer's eve. And with that, we will wrap tonight's session, and we will see everyone again Monday the 18th. Will be the time of our next session. We will be starting again at 7 p.m. And now that we're on a consistent schedule, we'll actually be p.m. Eastern, so each session is going to be around 2.5 hours long. Just letting you all know that moving forward, so you know what times to show up and tune in for, and when we're going to wrap.
Awesome.
Is there anything that anyone else would like to say to the audience before we go?
Yeah, but I'm gonna
Sweet
mute
bean
you guys
buns
when I do
unite.
it.
Always eat your vegetables, and if you have to buy a bow and arrow, make sure you can kill someone.
Keep Reikoku away from people.
Oh, finally. Finally, all my music has finished copying over. It took the
I also
entire
realized-
fucking campaign.
I also realized I rolled the wrong die too. So.
No, you
So
were supposed to roll a d20. What did you roll?
I know what a d20 is.
But what did you roll? Never mind. All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, having been around to the end of this, I want to quickly say thank you guys so much. I am going to very quickly jump on webcam and show you guys a couple of last minute things. So bear with me for just a moment. I'm going to show y'all a couple of last minute things that showed up that I got from... Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. First off, the only print of Log Horizon stuff that we found there is a cute chibi Shiro and Akatsuki. That's going somewhere up on my wall. And then, Princess Lenasia got me, these two, Karasuno and, Nekoma posters because they know how much I love Haikyuu. And then finally, we had probably the cutest Demon Slayer cosplayers. There was this little girl that saw the Nezuko running meme and decided that she wanted to dress up as Nezuko because of it. And they like full on went on. So the papa dressed up as her dad dressed up as Tanjiro. Their mom was the butterfly girl. And then her little baby brother, they put an Inosuke boar helmet on him. And so, yeah, she was running around. She kind of stole the show for 2 of our panels. And because of that, the mom drew me this picture of the little girl patting me on the head while I'm wearing the little Inosuke helmet on top of my hat. It's very, very cute. We will talk more about AWA coming soon. I don't know specifically when. We'll figure out that date and we'll get back with you about that because there is a lot of really cool stuff that happened in AWA that we want to tell you about and update you on. And thank you to everything that that you guys have done to help us get there, and to everyone that showed up and made this a lot of fun. I want to thank you so much. We will be back with our regular schedules of streaming content this week. Stick around. Next Monday, we're doing anime and stuff, and we're going to be talking about the tragedy that is the tragedy of a con that was Walker Stalker Con. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about BlizzCon and all of the announcements coming from Overwatch and BlizzCon itself, which is not going to be exactly a lot of positive stuff from us. We had conversations at the hotel. We weren't exactly happy campers on some of it. But for the most part, yeah, that is what's going on. I hope you guys are happy to have us back. We're happy to be back. And there's at least 3 people who still haven't gotten home from their flights, and they left kind of early. Like, Calvin is still in transit. Poor Calvin. But yay. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you very much. Please check out the website. Keep an eye on it because we're going to be posting a lot of cosplay pictures from the con there as well. So we will talk to you guys later and have a good evening. Make sure to go by and check us out on Fat Dog Gaming. That is now our gaming channel where we stream gaming content. That will be starting, I think, tomorrow with Doger. I don't know. That depends on if he's back home in time or not. I don't know how that situation's playing out. So we'll see. Just keep an eye on the Discord. Again, that link is down in the description below. And by the way, guys, we have a Patreon. If you didn't know, it's down there if you would like to get early looks at all the stuff that we're working on and find out what our schedule is for the next 12 months. Go check down in the Patreon below. Their link is in the description. That is it for us, though. I will see you guys later. Have yourselves a good night, and thank you once again for joining us for Dungeons and Demon Slayers episode 4. We'll be back in 2 weeks for episode 5. Bye, everybody!